Well, hello there, stamping friends. This is Traci Raether from Plum Crazy Stamping, and it's time for our weekly card making lesson. Today is September 18th, and gosh, I can't believe we're over halfway through the month of September. Well, I'm deciding to celebrate autumn today, and as you come aboard, please sign in and let me know your name and where you're watching from. If you're on YouTube and watching this broadcast, please sign into your Google account or your YouTube account so that you can watch this live as well. And also, the comments are for you to ask any questions or share any feedback on the project that I'm doing today. And if you're watching on the replay, you can also use that after the fact, and I will still watch your comments and respond to your questions or your feedback. So, thanks again for joining me, and let's go ahead and get started. Hi, Bonita, welcome. Nice to see you. I am going to change up the microphone I'm using when I make this transition as well. So, let's just do that. And now you should still be able to hear me as we're looking at our desktop. And I'm actually just have decided to use another stamp set that's available in our annual catalog. And this was actually available last year as well. It was a carryover and what's called in the catalog now an encore stamp. And this is actually a stamp set and a set of die cuts. Now today I'm just going to use the stamp set, and it's called Autumn Leaves. And this is a two-step stamp set. So we're going to have the actual leaves themselves, and then the veining of the leaves is going to be a second thing that I do, so that you're going to see this two-step stamping. There's gorgeous sentiments in here, which are also going to be part of what we use today. And then I'm going to turn the page here, just a couple more pages to page 129. And we're going to use one of our current embossing folders. And this one is called Dashing Designs. It is a 3D folder. And I'm going to give you a little quiz here. Can you guys remember when we want to stamp and emboss a piece of cardstock, what do you do first? Do you stamp first or emboss first? So this is a little test. So if anyone knows, write your answer in the comments. And then I'm going to review for you how we do that, just to make sure that you have success when doing these two techniques together. All right, let me shut the catalog here and let's get down to our project today. So I'm going to start with a piece of old olive. This is a half a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And I have cut this at actually 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And I'm going to take my bone folder here and just go ahead and crease my score line so that my card lays nice and flat, and we'll set it off to the side. The next two things that I'm going to need for the card today are two pieces of Very Vanilla. I actually have both of them are 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to stamp one as our card front, and then one is going to be our card insert. And welcome, Betty. Nice to see you today. And then we have another scrap that we're going to use for our sentiment. So we're going to get that stamped up as well. So that's next. Let's go ahead and get started with our stamping. Now I have a variety of stamps here that I've already put on my acrylic blocks to get started with our stamping. I'm just going to keep the card front out here first. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Pierce mat because these are photopolymer stamps. And I want to have the scrap paper beneath me here because I do want to do some stamping off. We're going to start, I'm going to be using Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, and Wild Wheat, which are all in colors. And then we're going to be using some Old Olive today. So let's open our Moody Mauve first and get our largest leaf stamp here and ink this up. All right, and when I look at this being all inked up, I'm going to first stamp off. And then, oh, this is funny on this edge here. I got to do that again. Let's see. There, and stamp off. And now let's go ahead and stamp this one right in the center. So if you've guessed, I asked the question, do you stamp and then emboss or emboss and then stamp? The answer is always stamp first and then emboss, because once you have created the texture with embossing, it's very difficult to get a clean image when you're stamping. So stamp first is the answer. Let's see if we have... We want to put a little bit more of this on here. Once again, I'll stamp off again. And I just want a partial image there. All right, so let's set that up there. And now the let's do the next leaf. And I'm going to do this one in Copper Clay. I'm going to just set these aside as we keep going here. So now we'll do the second size leaf. And whenever I'm trying to create a background, I always try to use the largest stamp first, and then I move on to the other stamps so that I have enough room for them. Okay, so let's see. I think I'll put one of these right here. And I'm going to ink this up again and do my stamping off. And let's see, I want to do a little partial of this one here. And maybe I'll put a little bit on the bottom down here yet too. And we'll just go right there. Okay, so then I'll set that aside and move that ink out of my way. Let's go with our third color now, and that's our Wild Wheat. I think these colors are so pretty together. All right, and then we're going to stamp off. And then, let's see. Do a little stamping with this and stamp off. Kind of get this one. And a little bit more here. Oops, top of the block, you got to keep your eye on your block. I have a little ink up here in the corner. I got to make sure I wipe that off. And didn't ink up on the bottom. So there we go. And let's go ahead and, am I still on the Pierce mat? Yes. Okay. And let's see if I can squeak in here. With this one. Okay. So we've got a background now with all three colors of our leaves. And now we're going to do the two-step stamping. So since I have the Wild Wheat right here, why don't we start with those stems first. And now these I am not going to stamp off because I want them a little bit darker so they show up on the leaves. All right. And I just love the detail that having this two-step image provides for us. I got a little ink on there I had to clean off. So let's just get this one in place. And just kind of moving my cardstock around to make this easier to line up my stems, right? And I'll move this closer to the camera once I have all of the stems on for all 3 types of the leaves. Okay, so now we've got that done. Okay, we'll move that one off. Let's go to the copper clay now. So the important thing, so that you can see these stems so well, is to make sure that you stamped off with the original ones you were doing when you did the leaf image themselves. Okay, now let's get the third one and the third color in Moody Mauve here. Okay. And we'll do this nice big leaf that was in the center. And we have another little opportunity on this one down here. Let's see, which way was this stamped? Okay, so we've got that one. There, we've added all of the stems. And I'll just set this out of our way. So now I'm ready to do the embossing, because I have all of the stamping that I wanted to do on the front. So I'm just going to open up, and remember where the Stampin' Up! Album is the top of the folder. And this is 3D, so when I do my sandwich, I'll be mindful of doing that. And I'm just going to come to the side here and use my Big Shot. So I'll be back in just a minute as I just roll this through our cut and emboss machine. All right, and as I take this out, I just love texture on here. Now this one, like I said, is the Dashing Designs. So let me put that up closer. So now you should see the 2-step stamping. So the darker veining in the leaves, as well as the texture of the embossing folder. Now you don't obviously have to emboss the front of this, but I really think it adds interest. And I don't know what it is about fall, but it says texture to me. So we're going to have this on here, but we're going to adhere some ribbon first. So let me just set that to the side, because I do want to actually do the stamping for the inside of the card and for the sentiment. So we're going to do both of those before we put the card together and add some ribbon here. So let's see. I think I'm going to do that really big leaf in here. So let me get that back over here, and that happens to be with Moody Mauve. So I'm going to put that on the inside of my card. So let's just do our stamping off again and bring this card into, like do the side here, and then get our veining for that leaf. All right. We've got that. And then let's do the, let's see, which one was, the wild wheat color. I think would be very pretty on here as well. So, oops, I need the stamp first for the leaves. And let's do them on the other side of this too. Kind of do something in threes. There we go. Now I will do the veining. Okay. And now this is a very small sentiment that's going to go inside here. I'm actually going to do this in Old Olive. That'll help pick it up. You know, when I put this on the card base. So let's see. And I think it will fit right on the very bottom here. And it says today and every day. Let me just test that. Yep. Okay, we have today and every day in there. Tiny. And I wanted that to, you know, look different, not like every other card they'd necessarily open. So that is the center. And now let's go ahead and do the sentiment. But I want it first, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my punches. So we have a number of punches. This one might be retired, I don't recall, but you could use any die or any punch, or you can actually use the dies from this set for this sentiment. But I happen to like this die. Oh wait, I got the side of that. I kind of took this as a scrap off of something else. Let me see if I can redo that. There. I didn't want that ridge that I ended up getting. Let's just get rid of that since that didn't work. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and stamp this sentiment. Hi, Kathy. You didn't miss too much. And Betty, nice to see you. All right, and let's get this. Lined up. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. So, you know, spring seems to be a time of new things and, you know, new flowers and everything. I also think fall's another time to kind of reset and enjoy the season. All right, let's get all of these other things out of our way so we can put our card together. And this is ribbon that is part of the suite with the changing leaves, and that's the other leaf stamp set available right now through Stamping Up called Online Exclusives. And I'm not going to put it on the inside. I'm going to actually put it on the outside here. And it can go on the top or bottom. So I'm going to just kind of look at, you know, I think I like putting it right here. I like the color of the leaves there. So I'm going to just take this and I'm going to trim it so that I can tuck it under before I put this on my card front. So I've trimmed that. And I'm going to attach it. You can attach it a number of ways. I just like using Scotch tape. So let me just grab my Scotch tape here. And flip this over and then just crease that one way and use my tape to secure that. Okay, and then I'll do it for the other side. Okay. And you know, so that this stays down, I'm going to take a couple mini glue dots. So you can do them off the roll that you can buy separately, or you can, if you're a paper pumpkin person, I have all these extra little adhesive dots. I'm going to actually just roll this up on the end of my finger. So I just need to take the adhesive covering off of this. Okay. And just roll this up a little bit. Well, it doesn't want to come off my finger. And I'm going to just tuck it underneath here and give it a press to hold that down. And I'm going to do one on the other side. Go. Try to get that on my take your pick tool. Put that underneath and just press it down. Okay. Then I'm going to adhere the sentiment, and I'm just going to, let's see, how do I want to put that down? I think I'm actually going to use these mini glue dots here as well, and just kind of put, let's see, a couple of them across the back of the sentiment to hold it in place. You could do your tape runner, you know, stamp and seal here as well. Since I'm working on this, I might as well just continue. All right. Then I'm just going to center this on the bottom here. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals on the front here. So let's get some of our regular size dimensionals. All right, there we go. Go ahead. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lori. Yeah, I guess, Lori, I agree with you. I'm on the fence about summer moving on and fall coming, but I'm enjoying these warmer days yet. But I love the colors and the smells, and I can't wait for the first day when I make chili and apple crisp in the same day. That to me says it's fall and summer's over. So, all right, we've got that front. Let's go ahead and glue. I'm just going to use my multi-purpose glue to put the card insert in here. All right. There we go, the center of the card. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add some bling. And now last year when this was, you know, featured for the first time, there were these adhesive back speckled dots, and they're just the most gorgeous colors. And I'm going to go ahead and use 3 of them. So let's pick out this really pretty Moody Mauve. Let's see, we've got one of the copper ones here that we can kind of feature right down here. And then let's do one of the green ones, kind of to bring that up a little bit more. And you know what? I like this so much, I'm going to use 2 of these more neutral colored ones to just add a little bit more. I usually do 3, but this one seems like it needs 5. Okay, there we go. So with the embellishments, you know, using the ribbon, using those really pretty speckled dots. Remember stamping before embossing the front of this card. Okay, so with that being said, let me see if there are any other questions. I have, oh, thanks, Sue. I'm glad you like it. Bonita, thank you. Kathy, autumn is a favorite season for a lot of people. Well, with that being said, I want to let you know there are a number of things going on with Stampin' Up! Right now that also are making me happy about autumn. So, first, this is more about Christmas, but I know a number of you are looking for these peppermint dots, and I want to let you know they are back in stock. So that's the good news. Let me actually trade this in so that, let's see. All right, there. Now you can see me. And all right, so we've got that going on. Today, free shipping. So Wednesday, September 18th until midnight tonight, Mountain Time, free shipping. I want to let you know that is an 11% savings off your order overall. And this is the time of year that I love to get the cardstock I need to stock up on, markers, etc., because I don't like paying shipping on that. When I want a stamp set and all that, I don't mind. But when I'm just stocking up on supplies, I love to do that on free shipping day. So if that's you too, or there are some things on your wish list, today's a great day to order it. And if you need any help, you can contact me at Traci, Traci, at plumcrazystamping.com. And that's any of the products, whether they're in the catalogs, online exclusives, or the new scrapbooking brochure. Also, if you happen to do that, you can get a twofer because I'm also going to send you with a $50 order. Now, the free shipping is on a $75 or more order, but for $50 or more, I'll send you a free 4-card tutorial, and you can use that with the leaf stamp sets or any other images, but there are 4 card designs in here. Also, World Card Making Day is coming, and Stamping Up is putting on an event where it's free, and all you have to do is register. And let me put this up. I don't know if you can scan this, but if you look in my online weekly email, which just went out this morning, you can also get this, or you can look on. You can email me, and I'll send it to you and get you signed up for that free event. And if there's anything else that I can help you with, don't hesitate to contact me at Traci, Traci, at plumcrazystamping.com. It's my job to make stamping easy for you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of this week. It's gorgeous, and happy stamping. I'll be talking to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.